आज एक मुलाकात मैं करा रहा हूँ कि मेरी एक मुलाकात हुई थी हिल्ली क्लिंटन के कैंपेन के सिलसिले में जनाब फ्रैंक इस्लाम साहब से, जो कि बहुत ही एक मुदब्बिर, दानिश्वर और टेक्नोलॉजी में बड़ा उनका नाम है। और उन्होंने अपनी कंपनी को रास प्रो को बेचा था तकरीबन $300 to $400 million का। और ये एक बहुत बड़ा यानी कि अचीवमेंट्स है किसी मुसलमान का अमेरिका में रहते हुए। और जब मैं उनसे मिला तो मुझे बड़ी खुशी हुई उनसे, जिस तरीके से उन्होंने बातचीत की और इस्लाम के बारे में, मुसलमानों के बारे में उनके कंसर्न थे, उनकी सोच फ़िक्र थी। मुझे बड़ी खुशी हुई इस बारे में। और वो चाहते हैं कि मुसलमान तरक्की करें, प्रोग्रेस करें, जहाँ भी हों, पाकिस्तान में हों, इंडिया में हों, बर्मा में हों, बांग्लादेश में हों, कहीं भी हों मुसलमान, इंग्लैंड में हों, यूरोप, अमेरिका, जहाँ भी हों, उनकी ख्वाहिश है कि मुसलमान तरक्की करें और पॉलिटिक्स में हिस्सा लें। मुझे जो उनकी सबसे अच्छी बात जो पसंद आई, जिसलिए मैंने उनका इंटरव्यू किया, कि मैंने कई डॉक्यूमेंट्रीज़ बनाई हैं पायनियर्स ऑफ पाकिस्तान में, जिसमें सर सुल्तान शाह आगा खान है, मौलाना मोहम्मद अली जौहर हैं, अल्लामा इकबाल है, कायद-ए-आज़म मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना है। ये मैंने डॉक्यूमेंट्री प्रोड्यूस की हैं, शॉर्ट शॉर्ट स्टोरीज़ हैं कि इनका रोल क्या रहा है पाकिस्तान में। देखें, इंडिया में एक कॉलेज है, अलीगढ़ मुस्लिम यूनिवर्सिटी, जिसको अब दर्जा दिया गया है, और जिसकी बागडोर ऑफकोर्स सर सैयद अहमद ख़ान ने संभाली थी और उसका आगाज़ किया। उसमें तमाम लोगों ने हिस्सा लिया, बड़े बड़े पायनियर थे जिन्होंने अलीगढ़ मुस्लिम यूनिवर्सिटी को सपोर्ट किया, आगे बढ़ाया। और वो एक बैकबोन बन गई थी मुसलमानों की इंडिया में। काफ़ी लीडर उसने जो है वो प्रोड्यूस किए। उसमें हमारे जनरल अयूब खान भी वहाँ के पढ़े हुए हैं, काफ़ी जनरल वहाँ के पढ़े हुए हैं, काफ़ी लीडरशिप वहाँ की पढ़ी हुई है। और आज भी जो अलीगढ़ मुस्लिम यूनिवर्सिटी है, वो एक अहम और कलीदी किरदार अदा कर रही है। इस सिलसिले में सर सुल्तान शाह आगा खान ने बहुत काम किया और वो पहले वाइस चांसलर रहे अलीगढ़ मुस्लिम यूनिवर्सिटी के। तो मैं समझता हूँ कि फ्रैंक इस्लाम ने जो मुझे बताया कि उन्होंने अलीगढ़ मुस्लिम यूनिवर्सिटी को $2.5 million का डोनेशन दिया है, ताकि उसको डेवलपमेंट किया जाए और उसको और फ़रोग़ दिया जाए, उसको बढ़ाया जाए और एक बहुत ही और मज़बूत यूनिवर्सिटी का दर्जा दिया जाए। मुझे उनकी ये बात बहुत अच्छी लगी कि उन्होंने अलीगढ़ मुस्लिम यूनिवर्सिटी को 2 मिलियन से ज़्यादा डोनेशन दिया। और डेफिनेटली ये वही यूनिवर्सिटी और कॉलेज है जिसने ऐसे ऐसे लीडर पैदा किए जिन्होंने पाकिस्तान में भी हुकूमत की, और आज भी वो सिलसिला चला आ रहा है। और डेफिनेटली इंडिया में जो मुसलमान हैं उनके लिए भी वो एक मशअल है, एक रोशन सितारा है वहाँ पे मुसलमानों के लिए, ताकि वो वहाँ पे आला तालीम हासिल करें, कोई डिस्क्रिमिनेशन ना हो। तो इसी सिलसिले में मुझे उनकी ये बात बड़ी भाई, मुझे बड़ा अच्छा लगा। और आज मैं इनकी स्टोरी आप तक लेकर आ रहा हूँ। छोटी सी मुलाकात है, लेकिन आपको पता चलेगा कि उन्होंने क्या कुछ किया है अपनी ज़िंदगी में और क्या वो करते रहें। आइए मुलाकात करते हैं जनाब फ्रैंक इस्लाम से। everyone who planned to come America one thing in his or her mind: the land of opportunity to fulfill his or her dream or goals. Young Frank Islam, one of them, who came to America as immigrant, and he makes sure that he will rise and achieve true American success, and he got it, and he was awarded greatly. This is the story of Frank Islam in America.
I request the Pro Vice Chancellor to present the citation for Mr. Frank Islam.
Mr. Frank Fakhrul Islam. Mr. Frank Fakhrul Islam, Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of Frank Islam Investment Group, United States of America, is an Indian American and an Algerian extraordinaire. He has grown to become one of the brightest stars to shine upon the corporate and socio-cultural stage of the United States of America by his sheer ingenuity and hard work.
So, Mr. Chancellor, Mr. Vice Chancellor, Mr. Pro Vice Chancellor, Mr. Registrar, distinguished guests, faculty and staffs, students, ladies and gentlemen. My deep appreciation for that warm welcome, and thank you for your hospitality. It is wonderful to be with all of you today. Before I get to the heart of the matter, however, I must do some acknowledgments. First, I want to thank the Mr. Chancellor and Mr. Vice Chancellor for joining us today. Please give them a big round of applause. Second, I would like to thank my wife Debbie and my family for joining us this morning. I will not be standing here today without their support. So, since they travel all the way from the United States, I would like to recognize them and have them stand. Can you stand, all the members of my family? Please? There are a lot of them here. Islam family is pretty big. And I also want to thank Ali Rizvi and Dr. Abdullah. We owe them a sense of gratitude. I also see Professor P.K. Abdulaziz, the ex-Vice Chancellor of this great institution, and thank you for coming here, and thank you for your service to Aligarh Muslim University. So let me say a few words about the Vice Chancellor. He is a true and passionate leader. He's a source of inspiration and strength for all of us. This convocation is the starting line, not a finish line. If you look up the convocation in the dictionary, it has a two definition. The first is a ceremony in which degrees are conferred. The second is a beginning. So I'd like to focus your attention to the second definition, a beginning, the beginning of a journey. This college may expand into a university whose sons and daughters shall go forth throughout the length and the breadth of the land to preach the gospel of free inquiry, of large-hearted toleration, and of pure morality. Tens of thousands of graduates before you have delivered on Sir C.S. promise. Near the end of his life, Sir C.S., who has lost the eyesight, said, "I lost my eyesight, but not my vision. My vision never dimmed. My determination never failed. I built this institution for you, and I'm sure you will carry the light of this institution far and wide. Darkness would disappear from around the world." As I said at the outset of my speech, if you can conceive it, believe it, you can achieve it. So, Class of 2015, congratulations again on your achievement, which we are recognizing at this convocation today. Congratulations in advance on the many other achievements that I know you will have in the year ahead.
Mr. Frank Islam, first of all, thank you very much for giving me the opportunity.
You're most welcome.
You know, and I met you in the Hillary
It's always
Clinton.
a pleasure.
And it was a very good event on the Greek theater when you were there, and I met you. And I like your personality, the way you treat people, the way you talk, the way you are helping the Muslim world, and then you donated the big amount of Aligarh Muslim University. That is really, I love that university because I've seen a lot of graduates from that university played a key role, even in building Pakistan or building India. You know, that's a very, very good steps you have taken. That definitely, I would like to begin by hearing from you about your achievements. You know, is the awesome achievement you have done in your life in a very short span of time. You know, so please give us a little bit broad spectrum about your working, your challenges, achieving the goals, and where you end, and how you and what you're doing now.
Okay, so first of all, I want to thank you and express my deep gratitude for your leadership and for your engagement with the community. As far as the involvement with the politics is concerned, I think we all have to be involved. We have to be engaged because this is how the democracy flourishes, and that's how the capitalism grows. And it creates a common cause for all of us. If you participate in a representative democracy, it allows us to create a nation for all, not just for selected few. So it's important to make sure we have a voice on the table and make sure our voices are heard and make sure we have a seat at the table, make sure we're not on the menu. That's an important part.
Yeah.
The second part about the Aligarh Muslim University, Aligarh education provided me the building block to be an entrepreneur. It has shaped my story. It is if I would have not received the education at Aligarh, I would not be the person that I am today. It has a meaningful impact and influence on me. As you know, the education is the gift that keeps on giving. It's a powerful equalizer to get people out of poverty, to open the doors for opportunity, to bridge the future. Your question about my life and my journey. So when I came here at the age of 15 to university, went to school in Colorado University and graduated there, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I always wanted to be a business owner. I always wanted to take a risk in my life and venture into the new horizon. So, but in order for me to do that, I needed the experience. So I worked with a couple of information technology companies that allowed me to get the grounding, to get the experience that I needed to start my business. So in 1994, with all the desire and the drive and the discipline, I hope I had the discipline at that time, I started a company called QSS. As a matter of fact, I bought the company for $45,000 in 1994. From one employee in 1994 to 2007, which is 3,000 employees with several $100 million revenue. So success in business is a team sport.
Team sport.
When people say, what made me successful, I said it's not I, it's we who made it happen. We who made it happen.
The we is very important.
Yes, it is. We who made it happen. So after I sold the business in 2007 to Ross Perot on a napkin piece of paper or a breakfast in Washington, D.C.
Really?
Yes.
And how do you met the Ross Perot?
Well, he wanted me to give $1 million to the Air Force Memorial, which is located not too far from here in Arlington. And I said, I don't have $1 million, but I will welcome the opportunity to meet. And America's a true treasure, a timeless treasure. I have always admired and appreciated his generosity and his kindness. Just like I have been grateful for America's generosity and kindness because I'm a recipient of that, and so is he. And he said, if you don't have money, you can always sell your company, and I'll be more than happy to buy it. But I said, I don't want the stock because stock is not going very well. It has to be cash deal. He said, yes, And we did.
Cash deal.
Cash deal. We bought it, and it went through about a 1 year due diligence. It took a little bit longer than I thought. I was ready for the next plateau in my journey, and
Yeah,
this is
that's
when
right.
I wanted to get in. Now that I had the financial independence in 2007, when I sold the business, I wanted to venture into something new. And new to me, civic engagement. New to me, also subscribe to the notion of President Kennedy, who said, "To whom much is given, much is expected." So we started the foundation, and foundation focuses on art, culture, and the most important, education. This is where I gave several $1 million to Al-Azhar Muslim University. I gave a several $1 million to U.S. Institute of Peace because I believe it shows a face of America that's a kinder and gentle, not violent, a peaceful. And the U.S. Institute of Peace is involved, as you know, to resolving the conflict. And that's important to me personally. As a Muslim, I believe this is very important for all of us to show a face of America.
So when did you sold the company, Trustpro?
When?
What year?
2007.
2007.
Yeah, so that's a little bit about my financial independence. Now I'm involved in many other activities. I'm on the board of trustees. The President Obama appointed me. I'm on the board of Kennedy Center, which is the art, and also 15 universities in the United States, and also on the board of trustees at Marymount University, and George Mason University, George Washington University, University of Maryland, and American University here, and American University in Dubai, and also one in Malaysia. So all over the world, education is very important to me. Education is the best investment that we can make to create the next generations of entrepreneurs, leaders, problem solvers, and innovators.
Innovators, yeah.
And
definitely.
I want people to be inspired by my story, Waqar, so they could be Frank Islam one day and give back to the country and community. And these are the values of America in terms of giving back that binds us together. That's the bond that holds us together.
Definitely. So that's your story. So your information technology software, you do what? Service?
Yeah, so it was not a product, and it was mostly services to the United States government, and it's the federal government, not the state.
What
not-
service operate? What service
Well,
deliver?
the services of software development, systems engineering, network communications, as well as monitoring the command and control system for the Pentagon, for the U.S. Army, and also doing the software development for the United States Coast Guard, building even a satellite for NASA, and also predicting the weather as a meteorologist for the NOAA, which is the National Weather Service. So it was a pretty broad portfolio in terms of the services that we provided, and we had many customers. And customer satisfaction is a key ingredient of success and a past performance in any business.
Yeah. What do you give message to our young audience of watching you now, and the new entrepreneurs stepping into the new business?
That's a very good point, and thank you for asking me to do so. I will say to the people who are budding entrepreneurs, who are young, who are struggling, that you do several things. You get a good education, be the best you can be, exploit your fullest potential, be a lifelong learner, and do something special, someone in particular. And when you're successful, make other people successful, give them the opportunity to be successful. And the most important thing is, I will tell them, never ever give up. Always focus on what you want to do and do it well. And you know what? You will fail one day, but the success will teach you how to move forward, but the failure will teach you how never to go backward.
That's very and the team sports
Sport team, yeah, the business
and
is
the
team
V,
sport. Yes.
and your failure is
Yeah,
lead
so
to
the
the
success in business, and success in anything allows you to move forward, but the failure teaches you never to go backward. But you have to get up when you fail and do it again and continue on the path that you believe in, and you will be successful one day.
Yeah, when you sold the Ross Pro company and you then of course, you want to do something. So how much you sold that company?
Well, several $100 million. I think it was more like $300 million when I sold it. But you know what? A lot of them went to pay the taxes.
Pay the taxes.
So the tax- And I also wanted to. I think
yeah,
I
a
mentioned-
good taxpayer, not like a Donald Trump
well,
hiding his taxes.
Well, the Donald Trump is the person who is a dangerous man. He's a divisive man, and he's a demagogue. He's a racist. He does not appeal to the hope, but appeals to the fear, anger, and anxiety. Donald Trump does not represent the future of America. And he lives in a darkness rather than a light. And when he made that comments to Mr. Khan, whose son has sacrificed his life, protecting our democracy and our liberty, he has no right to do that. None whatsoever. As you know, his wife stood there, Ghazala, and didn't say a word because she was grieving. Would you imagine if her son died, young age, and she didn't have any word to express her thoughts there? And for that matter, Donald Trump's wife also stands up in the audience, in the podium, and never say a word either. And he never ever said anything about his wife. And I'm not here to assassinate and to say anything about his character. He's an American, we all American, but we should always give the people a lot of praise for what they have done for our country.
The country, yeah.
This country is our country. We all in this together.
Mm-hmm.
And he needs to, and he did make the point of not assassinating their character. He assassinated their character, but this is not who they are. It's very hard when you lose a son.
Of
And
course,
especially when
the
you
young
lose
son
a
and
young son, with all the kinds of hope and aspirations and dream that fellow has it. And when you attack one person, you attack an all person. When you attack on one faith, you attack in all faith.
definitely. So, what's your views and opinion about Mr. Khan's speech given to the convention center? But the very moving and very emotional.
It was all of the above.
I
I was there at the convention and sitting not too far from the podium. I was pleased in one way, and I knew his story is very full of sadness and sorrow. But whatever he said, God, it came from his heart.
His heart, yes.
And he made it 2 points that captured the imagination of the world. A, Mr. Trump, you never sacrifice anything, which is probably true.
Yeah.
One day, one of the news reporters did ask him, "Have you sacrificed?" He said, "I cannot name anything that I sacrificed." Number 2, he said, "Have you read the Constitution of the United States?" As you know, Jefferson, Thomas Jefferson, when they drafted the Constitution, the freedom of faith was on the top of the agenda. The people never ever should be discriminated because of the fact they are Muslims, or they're Hindus, or they're any Christians. As you know, that's what happened in Virginia when the Quaker came here and they were discriminated in this country.
Mm-hmm.
So the freedom of faith, religious freedom, is a part of our Constitution. He has no right to ban Muslims. For that matter, he has no right to ban anyone in the world. Muslims have been part of the fabric of this nation. As you know, Thomas Jefferson has a Quran also. As you also know, he welcomed the ambassador from Morocco, which was a Muslim country.
Mm-hmm.
So the Muslim American has been integrated into the fabric of our nation. They're doctors, they're engineers, they're politicians, and they're from all walks of life. They have made a significant contribution to this nation.
Definitely.
I believe that, as you said about the Aligarh shaped Pakistan, but I would say Aligarh shaped India, and India shaped Aligarh.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course. There is a university located at that part of the Sultan Shah Khan and Maulana Muhammad Ali George, Shaukat Ali, Sir Sayyid Ahmed Khan, Shibli Nawani.
Mr. General Ayub Khan.
Mr. Jainul Khan was graduated from there. A big, sir, I mean, I give all the details in your interviews. Who is who graduated from that university?
Aligarh is the Muslim university is near dear to me. My whole family went to school there. We owe them a sense of gratitude. It's a precious possession. It's a timeless treasure. This principle has always guided me throughout my life.
What do you say about our Hillary Clinton? How she's doing? You are meeting him all the times.
Well, I met President Clinton yesterday, and he is a gifted politician.
Politician, yes.
He cares about our country. So, as you know, the polls go up and down, but the polls right now.
It's steady.
Yeah, well, it's a double-digit lead, and we expect the lead could get, should have happened because of the convention. But the things that Donald Trump have said to especially to Mr. Khan's family, which is the family of the people who have sacrificed, military and so on and so forth, that has hurt him. It's too early to tell who's going to be the next president, but I would say that Hillary Clinton is poised to become the next president of the United States, and we want to make sure she gets elected, and make sure we help her to get elected. So.
Yeah, this is our duty of the entire Muslim community to really come forward, support, vote, donate, and
all of the above.
All of the above, And she openly tells that.
South Asians are sleeping giants.
Sleeping giants, yes, yeah.
And sleeping giants. And we need to galvanize, we need to harness the resources of the Indians, Pakistani, and South Asians, the Muslims, and all of the people to make sure we go vote, to make sure we register, to make sure we support her financially. She will provide the leadership in the changing world for America.
Of course, definitely, whatever is going nowadays all over the world, what is happening in Syria and Sudan and Saudi Arabia and Yemen and Afghanistan and Kashmir and all over the world.
She knows the people. She has worked there as Secretary of State, Senator, as the First Lady, and the most important is she will be steady hand, not a theater in White House. He will not be an apprentice in the White House, and Donald Trump will be an apprentice in the White House.
My message to all of the people, especially the young, budding entrepreneurs and the young generations, is to be the best you can be, to exploit your fullest potential, and never ever forget your humble roots. When you're successful, help others to succeed. I would also say that always strive to be the excellent, to be the best you can be, and write your own legacy, and do something special, someone in particular. So those are my messages to the young people in the audience and all the peoples in the audience. Yes.
आपसे बड़ी खुशी है मिलके और इंशाल्लाह ताला will continue this relationship.
Well, thank you very much for coming, and thank you very much for all you do to serve our community and to highlight the people, as you said, philanthropists and politicians, and so that your audience can learn a little bit about what they do so they can be inspired by their story.